Alrighty, here we go. Let's get this party started. Let me see if I... Alright. Did I turn on? I did turn on the mic. Alright, we're all good. We are all good here. This is another comic where I had it written down. Seriously? I didn't hit Control V, but apparently it wanted me to paste that in. Had it written down, and then I started doubting myself and thinking, oh God, have I drawn this before? I really think I've drawn this before. And I went through all my books. I'm like, no, I haven't drawn it before, but I maybe I've drawn it before. So one of those days. So if you've not, on my Instagram, I'm kind of going through a t-shirt crisis. I need to figure out the design. So these are the two designs. So these are going to happen, but what I am kind of having a crisis, what I'm having a crisis about is the orientation. So like, for example, on Strawberry Festival, do I print one full front print and just have that like right across the front, full front? Or do I do a big back print and a small logo on like the pocket? Omar, hello, welcome to the stream. I'm doing all right. How about yourself? I'm just going over some of the t-shirt design things that I'm doing here. I got this figured out, the design of it. I'm just trying to figure out the orientation. I'm kind of leaning towards this one because whenever I have to buy a shirt that has the big fun graphic on the back, I'm like, darn it, I wish it was on the front because I want to enjoy it. Nobody enjoys it when it's on the back of my shirt except the people behind me. And oftentimes I'm just like in my office. So I kind of like having it on the front of the shirt, but because like I've bought, some Snoopy shirts that need Uniqlo, and all of the fun stuff is on the back. And I just I want to enjoy the shirt too. I mean, I'm wearing it, but I'm not really enjoying the graphics. So that's my push and pull there. So those are the two options. I feel like a lot of contemporary, do we really still even call them urban streetwear brands? They do it like this. They've got the small little logo here and the big stuff on the back. But I kind of like this. All right, second problem is floof around and find out. I'm leaning towards this design, but bringing in the elements of this. So a bigger arrow, more sparkles, and the contrasting red back here. So this minus the circle like this is what I'm kind of leaning towards. And also I like this element that floof around and find out is more in contrast. So I think it's a little lighter here. So I can take kind of some of the elements of both of these. And I struggle with this big bullseye because it's just it's like having Cap's shield on the front of your shirt. It's kind of, it's just it's big bullseye. So, but I like that design element. So I'm thinking I might make these little floofs bigger, bring them over here, make those line art color, make the arrow bigger, and kind of just combine the two. That's what I'm looking at any rate. So that was the big crisis this morning that I had to figure out. But it'll work. And yeah, this one I did have going on. I might just put this on the website only. It just didn't make the cut. Neither did Clever Floof. I might put Clever Floof on the website. I also want to redesign it a little bit. But yeah, I love this design, but I was like, well, I have a lot of floofs, and this is Mo. It's her Strawberry Mo debut, so I want to do that. I also have the pin, so, and then I thought floof around and find out as a meme would be stronger than just a whimsical summer vibes tee. Well, then again, now more than talking about it, summer vibes is pretty cool, but anyway. Let's work on a webcomic. I'm also kind of keeping my eye on Instagram because I put the poll on Instagram. Help me out. I want to. Oh, thank you. I'm so happy you follow me there too. I appreciate that quite a bit. So this is going to be have to move this up. No! Give a little bit more room at the top. Sparklers. There you go. Sparklers. Alright, center that. Let's group some stuff. Very, very, very rough and ugly sketch. But just to get the idea out and on the paper. Ooh. So it looks like front print is no longer, well, there are only 3 votes. So 2 for small front, big back, 1 for full front, big print. Let's see how the other is doing. 3 votes for no circle. That is by far and away the leader. All right, so torn on the first one. Oh, it's gonna be frustrating. I want that big footprint though, damn it. Ugh. Shoot. Harshinder, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you? Sparklers. Center. I've caught a cold. Oh no! I hope you feel better soon. Those stink. I've caught a few colds myself this this year. It's really weird too, because it's like I had a lot of kind of trouble breathing, and it was like stuff was getting into my lungs, but it took forever to get it out. And I don't really feel like, I mean, I don't know, it's been a weird one, because usually when I get a cold, it's, you know, I'm able to get rid of it fully. You know, if it's gets to a stage where I need antibiotics, I take those, and then it's pretty much done. But I think the worst part for me is the fever stage, when you're cold but you're hot, and you know, it's just that shiver stage. Ugh, that's the worst. Well, I hope you're feeling better soon, because that is no fun. Catherine, hello, welcome to the stream. How are you doing today? Nope. Hold on, I have to do an email because I forgot about it. Oh, shoot. I can't believe I forgot about that. When did that come in? Oh, thank goodness. Okay, it was only on, what was that, Sunday? It was Monday. Okay. Oh my goodness. This forwarded, so I can take care of that today. Okay. Doing fine. I'm glad I caught you. Oh yes, happy you caught it too. Very happy you caught it too. I got to write down on my massive note. Yeah, this is actually a full page of comics and t-shirt designing scribbles. So, and then there's my weekly list right here. All right, so now I've got to big notice there, because if I don't, I've got to go back through. I'm crossing off the final bits, and I think I'm officially going to cross that one off. Of SDCC prep, and then the shop and website update is going to be the next big project. Because I'm thinking that I will do I'm gonna do a menu, but I'm gonna do like a couple of separate ones. I'm gonna have, and I'm still endeavoring to have the ebooks available, and I believe that I can actually process those transactions now through my Shopify app on my phone. So previously I was going to set up a landing page and be like, here are the ebooks. You can just, log in and do that. But I can actually do that from my app now. So I'm thinking that'll be nice, because I thought I've been wanting to have a way to sell the ebooks from the booth when you're there in person. And we use Square at the booth, so there aren't that many digital item delivery options. As funny as it seems, Square has been around for over 10 years now. God. I think the first time I remember, let's see, Square, first time we used it was when, I believe it was New York Comic Con. It was one of those. No, maybe it was an Anime Expo, because our merchant processor. So before Square came along and all of these, PayPal and stuff, to shake up the industry. To accept credit cards at a convention, you would have to have like one of those big credit card machines and a merchant account. And that was also be how you process transactions on your website. Square came along and changed all of that, and it kind of forced a lot of these companies to adapt. So now you've got the little dongles, you've got the little processor and the chips and the bricks and stuff, and all of these competitors. So I don't really know who has a merchant account anymore for their stuff. But anyway, Square, given that they've been around for so long, I was investigating, and they're like, yeah, we don't really have a way to do this. You're going to have to just go in. You can sell it, but then you'd have to individually email all of the files to each of the customers. And whereas on Shopify, there's, of course, apps that you can plug in, which I have plugged in, which are for digital downloads that automatically dispatch the files once the products are paid for. And I wonder if Square, maybe, because I seem to remember that Square has some sort of an app situation as well, but I don't know how advanced it is. But anyway, I was looking and dinking around with the summer update in Shopify, and I got a notice that you can now do these things from the app, and I was like, ooh, that would be great, because that means I can actually sell my ebooks at the booth. What did I do? What did I do? Oh my goodness, what did I do? I did control. Oh. Well, let's just do that again. Instead of G, I hit D, which changed the entirety of the artboard to transparent, which is not something I want. It is no good. That's good. Now let's ungroup that. Alright, so now, God, I swear that I've done this before. I think it's only in like a daily painting capacity. I know that I haven't drawn these before, and I'm thinking that the cloud comic, where they're capturing the rain clouds from grumpy rain clouds that are ruining everybody's day. That's what I'm thinking of. Just gotta roll with it. One of these days I'm going to recreate and duplicate a comic. I'm not even going to realize it. But what I will be curious to see is from version 1 and version 2, what changes, and did I improve anything between the two unknowingly? So I'm sure I probably would, especially if it's an older comic that I don't remember. And that's something that, you know, I like Charles Schultz. How did he go all those years and not accidentally create the same comic? I wonder. Because he was doing it, I mean, some of those syndicated comics, they would have to do a comic a day, plus the weekends. And what did they do? You know, Calvin and Hobbes sometimes would dive into longer form stories, and the ones I always loved of those were on the Sunday comics. They would my local newspaper bumped out the comics into their own little section, and then it was all color, I think it was, and I loved that because Calvin and Hobbes got the front page spread on those. It was really cool. I'm gonna miss Sunday comics. Just the anticipation of, ooh, what's it gonna be this Sunday? It's exciting, it's all in color. I don't think I could get that printed in time. What if I did that? What if I God, I couldn't get that printed in time. Hold on. Let me just do a little investigation. Mixum says they do zine printings, but I know I'm running really close to that. Newspaperclub.com. Making printed digital. Oh, it's a digital mini magazine. Greener printer. Custom zine printing. Recycled paper stock and finish. Interested to see the answers? Well, let's give Newspaper Club a chance. But I don't want digital, I want real. Print your own newspaper, get a free sample pack. I'm not going to be able to do this in time. I already know that, but you know what? If I set myself up and say that I'm not going to be able to do it, then of course I won't be able to do it. Choose your newspaper, see our products. I don't want a broadsheet. I don't want a tabloid. I would like a mini. Mini details and prices. 16 to 64 pages. Details and prices. A neat way to use newsprint. Minis come stapled and trimmed like a magazine. Perfect for comics. Printing more than 500 copies. Compare the traditional mini. It could cost less. I would like 100 copies. Paper stock. Number of pages 16. 2 to 8 days delivery time by courier. That's so cute, by courier. I'm kinda. Is it all color? Ooh. Oh, Cozy Time Sunday Comics. Oh, shoot. Darn it. 16 pages is 2 pages. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. It would be 3 folded pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's 2 pages folded together. So it's, if it's folded into a book, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, it would be 4 pages because each page, half a page is 1. If it's folded in half. Okay, well, I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. That would be so cute. Oh shoot, okay, let me go back. Let me look over here. I can't see chat, so hold on just a second, let me check back. Hey Dee, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. I am in a different window. I'm looking up something. I would like a zine. Create your zine. Color, portrait, digest. That would be an 8.5 by 11, folded in half. Uncoated, recycled, uncoated. What if we did 60-pound recycled, uncoated? Staples. Let's just do a comparative 16 pages. How many copies? Let's do, what did I quote on this one? Did I do 150? Lord. Let's do 150. Yeah. Let's do 100. Yeah. God. Alright, let's see. 200. How does the price change? 250. Alright, it goes up for about $100 each. Alright, 500. 100. Let's do 100. Because I don't know if this is even a good idea. Okay, that's not bad. 100 copies, color, portrait, recycled, coated, paperweight 60 pound. It's light. It's supposed to be like a magazine. Not a magazine, but like a newspaper. Recycled, uncoated. 142 for 100 copies. What if I did 200 copies? Still about $1.05-ish per copy. I like this idea. I like this idea. I think it's kind of cute, but I'll think about it later. Alright. So what I was thinking about was maybe making a last minute kind of Sunday Comics zine for San Diego Comic-Con. And that probably would not be the best idea in use of my time, because I still have to make a lot of originals and I still have to update the website and do a lot of other stuff. Gosh, I only have 30 minutes left. I've got to stop the stream at 1:30. I don't want to make use of that little knobby there, but my little twig. I'm gonna have other twigs here. Okay, I think it's time to, I gotta pull this up. If anybody would like to give their thoughts, I went over this a little bit earlier, but so I have a poll going on Instagram right now on the print. So I have an option of doing a full front print on the shirt, or doing a large back print and then a small little kind of just line art, one color pocket print on the front. So those are the two options I'm looking at for Strawberry Festival. And then on this one, I've got two different design flavors for this idea. Floof around and find out. The general artwork is going to be the same, but I have the circle design and the no circle design. And I personally am leaning actually on this one towards elements of them both. So essentially the circle design, but without a circle. So I've got this red contrasting background on the chart, a larger arrow, and larger floofs. And then I have more contrast on the floof around and find out, but no circle. So imagine those elements on this one, and that's what I'm kind of leaning towards. But if you have a strong preference for the circle design, let me know. So far on Instagram, the no circle design is winning, and this one was originally leading on Instagram of the front print, and then but now this one is leading. But then again, when I last checked, I only had 3 votes. So let me see if anything has changed. What do we got here? All right, so it's now 3-to-1, small front pocket, big back print. It seems like that is really winning. Okay, now let's look at 4 votes for no circle. I think no circle is going to win it. Okay. Yeah, I think 4 votes. Yeah, so that's only 10 people viewed it. So yeah, so that's definitely out front. I would say no circle. Yeah, I'm leaning on that, and I'm going to transfer these little elements because that's got a thinner, and this has more contrast, and then we've got the red, and so yeah, I'm thinking that I can combine these, that it'll work better. This works for a keychain, which of course it's going to be a keychain, and I will have that, but I feel like something has bothered me about this. Just it feels like just like a chest piece almost. So yeah, yeah. So I think this Batsu right there, but I'll add the red here, add the contrast, and kind of tweak the elements a little bit there. This one, it's going back and forth. You know, I'm kind of with you on this design, Clint, because so from my personal experience, like I've gone into Uniqlo, and this is where I first started really kind of noticing this. I love their Snoopy designs, and I've gotten a couple of the sweatshirts, and I don't think I've gotten a t-shirt, but I definitely have like 2 of the sweatshirts. And when I got them, I remember thinking, darn it, I wish this design was on the front because I can't enjoy it. And it's on the back of the shirt. And just the little front print right here is, I mean, I remember thinking, darn it, I wish this was on the front. I'd really like to be able to see it and enjoy it because, you know, majority of the time I'm sitting at my desk, my back towards a chair. And when I go out, you know, at large, I'm usually bundled up in a jacket because stores are cold. So you don't see it, and it kind of is frustrating for me. And I recently got a Jaws shirt from Hollister, which was awesome, but it had the same thing. But this one actually had a little bit more. I think it had a big Jaws print on the back, but it also had something on the front that was pretty cool. So I was less, you know, upset, but not upset, but I was just less, I wish about that one. What was that? It was, I don't want to go get it. I'm sure it's still on the website. There you are. They have some of the cutest, coolest. Yeah, okay. So this is the one I got. I loved it. But it has a huge print on the front and a pretty darn cool print on the back too. So that's I feel that's a little more balanced. I just loved how they used the nose of the shark to make the A. I mean, come on. And then the back, attacking summer 1975. And he's going at the orca. I mean, how can you pass on that shirt? But yeah, so those are some of the big ones I've seen. But I've noticed this a lot, this kind of setup in like urban streetwear type deals. But I don't know. Just decisions. I also feel like this version right here is kind of like business in the front, party in the back. So if maybe that would appeal a little bit more towards an older demographic that may not want to have a big splashy graphic on the front of their shirt, but they still love the graphic, and maybe it would be, you know, a little bit more. But then again, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna stop freaking out about this thing and get back to drawing. I don't like that quarter. So I'm gonna have them kind of like this. design. One I'd been it's one I'd been thinking about, and kind of the idea was got a hard res when I was looking at the final designs for the two at the booth, and you know, started thinking, well, there's a lot of floof on these, and I mean, I've got, you know, other archive shirts I'm bringing, so it's like, well, maybe I should do, because last year I did have a pug shirt. I had the positive vibes. So I feel like it was, you know, it'd be better to, you know, show the other characters, especially since Momo has her Strawberry Momo plush debuting. Little floof, I need to move him. I need to move you, buddy. I also kind of need to make you smaller. There we go, that's better. That'll work. You just needed to be smaller. You just needed to be small. Enduring process no matter how. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoy the process. It's a lot of fun for me. Even the struggle is fun. It's all just an incredible gift that I'm able to do this. You know? That looks weird. Let's just leave it. And I kind of want to give that one a little... that one's separate. And let's go ahead and draw in the rest. Oh, this grass. Oh, the grass. And I've got 16 minutes left, or 15 actually, technically 13 minutes left. You anymore, and let's just kind of rethink this little maybe bit over here. Doot, doot, doot. Save, because I have not saved in a while. Get our point size back up here for the whistle frame. Toot toot, toot toot. And this is all going to be set at dusk, so I'm going to be able to use some pretty colors, I think. Do I want to have the toot? I like the like that. What did I do? Really? I have not grouped this at all during the entirety of me drawing this? Leave the eyes alone. I'm gonna be going on a original spree here soon. Not here soon, like literally. Today I think I'm gonna start. Hopefully if I have enough brain power. Still questionable. I need to make originals for the booth. I have my Inktober stuff, but that's not enough. I sold quite a few older pieces last year, so I need to make some larger 9x12s again. Go in here. I'm going to drop that out. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I just wanted to move it over. I didn't want to shrink it. This all. This one's going to be a super easy one. Go ahead and get that done. These are little flutter bugs. Super easy panel. 3 minutes. I can get this one done. Group this. All right. So there's the basics of that frame. I'm gonna shut down the stream here, and so I just have the final Happy 4th of July frame where everybody is running around with their Flutterbug sparklers, and I'm gonna have Momo, Coco, Floofs, and maybe a few other characters in there, but it's gonna be just that. I'm gonna have a nice sort of ambient nighttime vibe to it for as far as the coloring goes. And I'll go back in here and I'll do some other neat little tricks, but it's all going to be, I think it'll probably start at dusk up here and then slowly as the sun sets, and then the Flutterbugs will come out, and then these will be dust frames, and then I'm going to have fireworks back here. So that'll be a lot of fun to do. And I'm going to save again, and I will, oh, I'm glad you like it, Catherine. I'm going to go ahead and switch over to my ending screen. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. I always enjoy having your company in chat. Dee, Catherine, Clint, Hargender, any of my lurkers, Omar, if you're still with us. I hope you have a great rest of your Thursday, a wonderful weekend. Happy 4th of July if you'll be celebrating. And I'll be back on Tuesday, and I'll be working on booth prep stuff, so that can include putting together the animation, also putting together my pin boards, because I think I'm gonna print out some pin boards that I can just stick the available pins on to streamline the booth a little bit. I also have a couple of other design elements, a magnet for the band that I want to make, and also some collateral type deals for the ebooks and all that good stuff. So thank you again so much for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time.